These days, the normal trend for a lot of people with an internet connection and a PC is to start a startup. My friend the other day was asking me for ideas for a startup, and he was asking me if I could give any ideas to him. But first of all, let me tell you something that whatever you want to do in life, or whatever you should be doing, it should be something that you're passionate about. You should always do something that it's something that you want to do it, not because others are doing it. There's a very famous saying that if you teach a man to fish, he will never go hungry for the rest of his life. So instead of telling you ideas, I will tell you how to come up with your own ideas whenever you want. First of all, let me tell you something that you might not know. Everybody, everybody that you know, everybody knows the facts. Everybody. Education system tells them to know the facts. They know, if you ask them any question about their field, they will be able to answer it right then and there. But if you tell them to come up with something new, they won't be able to come up with something new. They will have a hard time. Thing is that your memory counts for nothing. Your memory and the grades you got because of it amounts to nothing if you cannot come up with something new. Albert Einstein said that the goal of education is not the training of mind to learn the facts, but the training of the mind to think. It's time we took care of the second part. So, what are ideas and how do you get them? If I told you that I was sitting at home, working, not exactly working, but sitting at home and waiting for the money to come, you would take pity on me. If I told you that I was sitting at home and waiting for the ideas to come, just like I said earlier that I was waiting for the money to come, you would think nothing of it. Wrong. This is where you're wrong. Ideas are money. Just like the way you have to go after the money to get the money, you have to go after the ideas to get the ideas. So now the question arises, how do you get the ideas? You get the ideas by taking out an hour each day and writing down 20 ideas about anything that you want to do. In this case, we're taking the startup example. So you'll take an hour each day, write down 20 ideas about a startup. 365 days later, you will have 7,300 ideas. About 100 of them will be great, and that is where you will find your gold. You will feel like quitting. None of your ideas will make sense. You will hate your ideas. Your mind will hurt. Your head will hurt. You will think you're wasting time. You question your ability. You question your choices, and you question whether you've chosen something that you wanted to choose. And basically, you will feel like giving up. But don't give up. The way that you go through this is that you don't judge any idea until the very end. You never judge an idea. You just keep on writing. The goal here is not quality, it's quantity. Because 100 ideas, 100 golden ideas that are worth pursuing you're going to only get to them once you have written down those 700 and 7,000, basically 7,200 ideas, which won't be much. So the way to help you through this is that you better start observing. Observe your surroundings like a tourist would. Observe your surroundings like a child would. Observe your surroundings like somebody from the opposite gender would. Travel a lot. Write down ideas continuously and write down ideas again for even video games, because we're still with the example of startups. People will pay you if you can entertain them or make your life easier. This is where you also observe your own life. Think about it. What Apple app, if that was made today, would make your life easier? That could be the next big idea. And once you've worked on it, the world will be all the more better place because you had an idea.